Hello and welcome to another video tutorial. My name is Victor and today we will talk about WordPress. Today we will build a small plugin for WordPress which will remove a meta box from the dashboard. And let's remove these WordPress events and use meta box. Now as you see, we have on the left side a menu, and here we can find our installed plugins. If I click right now on the install plugins, we can see that there is no plugin. And on the dashboard we also have our Metabox. So let's go to the folder where we have our WordPress. Let's click on WP content, and here we have our plugins folder, and it's empty right now because I don't have any plugin on my WordPress. And I'm going to create another folder, and I will name it my plugin. In this folder I will create another PHP file and I will name it my plugin too, and I will open it. Now every plugin should have a comment, and in this comment we should write the plugin name, we should write the description, the version, the license, and any other information that WordPress will read and will understand that this is a plugin. So this comment looks like this. We should have here the plugin name, and we will name it my first plugin. And there should be a plugin URI. I'll write my website here. You can write your website. The next one should be description. And here, this plugin will remove the meta box. Okay, now we should have an author for this plugin. I'll write my name, and this author should have URI. And there should be a version. In my case it's 1. Let's save it, and let's go back to our installed plugins. And as you see here, we can find a plugin already, but our plugin doesn't do anything yet. But because of this comment, WordPress understood that there is a plugin already in that folder. So it shows the plugin name, it shows the description here, and there is a version, and there is the author name, and if you click on that name you will go on that URI that you wrote on the comment. And there is another plugin URI that we wrote, so if you click on visit plugin site you will go on that URI. Alright, let's activate this plugin. And it doesn't do anything because we didn't write any PHP code there, any function. And let's go to our dashboard and let's inspect this Metabox. What we want to see what's the ID for this Metabox. So this Metabox has the ID dashboard primary. Okay, now let's go back to our PHP file and let's write a function, and we will name this function. I will name it Victor. You will need a prefix for each function you write, because in case you have many other installed plugins on your WordPress and you want to build your own plugin, and you write the function here, and you choose a name, and that name is used by another plugin, which is installed on your WordPress as well, you may have some errors, you may have some problems with your WordPress. So anytime you build a plugin, just choose a prefix. In my case, I'll write my name, but you can choose whatever you want. And then I'll write here remove Metabox. And WordPress has a really useful website. WordPress has a useful subdomain here, which is codex.wordpress.org, where you can find the WordPress functions. For example, we will use the remove Metabox, and this remove Metabox function has 3 parameters. The first one is ID. So this ID is that ID that we found on our Metabox div ID. And then the second parameter is the page, which is where is that ID located. And then we have our context, and the context can be or normal, or side, or advanced. So let's go back to our PHP file and let's write that function remove Metabox. And I said we have 3 parameters. The first one is the Metabox ID. So there was, I'll just copy it like this, and then we want to remove it from the dashboard, and then the context should be site. Alright, now to execute this function, we should use another function predefined by WordPress, which is add action. And to find more information about this, we should go on the WordPress and look for this function, and there's a description, and then this function should have at least 2 parameters. It can have 4, but we should have at least 2. The first one is the tag, and the second one is the function that we want to add. So this tag is also predefined by WordPress, which in our case is WP dashboard setup, and then there's the function that we want to add, as we can find here in the documentation, the function that we want to run. So in our case, the function we want to run is this one that we just wrote it, and we paste it here. Okay, now let's save this file and let's go to our dashboard. Let me close the inspection, and when I refresh this page, this Metabox should disappear. So let's refresh it, and there you go, it disappeared. Now if we go to install plugins and deactivate it, and if we go back to our dashboard, we will see that Metabox appeared here. Alright, that's gonna be it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video tutorial.